What's playing? What? Hello? Hello? Maybe it's just a mic. Or maybe it's this one. Which one is it? Am I hear, like, is it gonna be two? Am I gonna hear myself twice? Hello?どういうこと? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Now what's the noise? Hello? Whoa. I do hear myself twice. Okay. Turn that one off. There you go. That should do it. Hey, fixed. Now, a question. What should be the BGM? I mean, already using. Uh, X. Hey, this is fine. I do like the rain version. I want to use that. Oops. Damn it. Oh well. I had to do a lot of tests. Oh. Okay, so it's going through the desktop audio. Interesting. Cool. Okay, there's the vocal version. Yes. See it. Ah, there it is. Wait, but this one has voice, so I can't do that. Actual. Or wait, yeah, that's right, it has voice. Ah, there it is, instrumental version. Now, if only it had, what do you call it? If only it had rain. If only there was rain. Let's see. Me. Okay, give some music in here. Hey. Must be really loud, huh? Okay. Tone that down. Wow, that's toning it down a lot though. Okay. Is this good enough? I'll have to check the stream. That is. Hmm. Interesting that it would put a background thing on. Very interesting. Let's make it a little bit louder. Just because it's like it's actually pretty low from where I'm hearing what I'm hearing in the stream. Man, why can I hear everything anyway? Did I turn off filters? Is that what happened? Properties, filters. Oh, they're still there. Okay, well then. That behind? Oh, whatever. We're chilling. Okay. Listen to anything. The issue is, like, I can't have the stream listen to the music that I listen to because there's a good chance of copyright happening. I don't know about that one. Okay. In any case, though, I'm gonna go ahead and music while you stream listens to this music. Pride. Or pride. What's this one? Alright. Oh, wait. Nostalgic. I don't mind stream. Okay, time to finally get this thing going. Hmm. The heck? How did I do that? How did how did it just, just turned the canvas? How? Don't understand. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to think up of different faces right now. Mm. God, how I got to that point. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just putting these on the side right now, it's like trying to think up of different facial expressions. That's all. Okay, let's see. Okay, now another question. Let's see here. Back here. Got a reference going, like reference in the background. Okay. Yeah, this is the drawing that I'll be for now, I guess. Yeah. Just gonna concentrate on one thing at a time, you know? Okay. The first I put this in its own folder. Guess this is part of it too, actually. Then yeah, there you go. No, no. In its own folder again. Guess I'll just call this rough. Uh, sure. Well, just for now, whatever. All right. Actually, this can move over. That's fine because this one I actually I don't know like put work. Okay, let's see. And it's fine if it's like separated because it doesn't actually matter that much. Okay, let's see. That is from the bottom here. Fine. Okay, now, that's what I tell myself because copium. Okay, right, I forgot I need to have a chat open or whatever. Because, I don't, yeah, I don't have anything over here. Okay. Uh, okay. The, yeah, lots of things that I'm like forgetting these days. Now, how do I, okay. Just wanna pop it out. Yeah. Uh, the pop out, pop out. Eh, I mean, I could do it that way too, but I really should have just because like okay, my OBS usually I'll have chats for both Twitch and YouTube, but sometimes it'll like crash that part of the program and I have to like re-log in and I get lazy and I'm like, oh. But yeah, I should go back to dealing with that or whatever. Anyway, let's just do this. Oh, I see. It prioritizes. Ah, man, why is there no option to pop out chat? I mean, I could have swore there was. an option like that back then anyway. I mean, I guess I should just... Ah, there it is. Thank God, I found it. Okay, now where to put this thing? Over here? Sure. And then I need to now pop out YouTube chat. If you remember me, hi lol. The drawing looks really good even though I don't know who she is. Yes. Now I see the YouTube version. Sorry, like yeah, I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, so yeah, so I'm just like getting everything together now. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Pop out chat. There you go. 大変だね. Having to have two chats open, but you know, I just some people don't have Twitch and some people don't have YouTube or whatever. Just like that. You know what I mean? Okay, let's see. Yeah, like I love drawing original characters because it's just like I'm free to do whatever I want, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. Okay, let's see. Where do I start? Yeah, this one doesn't have anything, I'm pretty sure. Okay, nothing is on this layer, so I'm free to draw on it. Okay. But yeah, this is a character that I draw pretty much anytime I have anytime I feel like drawing, this is the girl I draw. But yeah, this is like, I don't know, mental therapy for me. Yeah, like her name's Rosalind, and yeah, I love to draw her, and I draw her in like different versions. Like this isn't even like her original haircut. I mean, this isn't the haircut that I usually draw her in. That is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I hope that you enjoy your time here, you know, just chilling that is and doing whatever it is you'll be doing. Whether it's gonna be work or just need something in the background. That is usually how it goes anyway. I feel like that this is the kind of stream, or like that's the way that people should be indulging their time as they do whatever. Now another question is, how should I continue this? Dateware? Got you. Not really though, but I'll I'll pretend like I understand. But yeah, thank you for coming. Usually, you know, uh, I usually see you for Ray's streams or Ray's content anyway. So I'm very surprised to see you coming along for the ride on a just a random drawing stream. I see, I see. Enjoy your chilling time. Get away from the whatever it is in life. All right, all right. But yeah, I don't usually. I've been getting back into drawing basically. So yeah, I've been drawing pretty frequently, at least in my standard. Uh, since starting about like 2 months ago, maybe, or maybe even before that. But hey, who's like really counting. I just want to see myself drawing more. That's all. Ah, yeah, spoiling yourself. Unfortunately, I haven't been progressing on the story. I've been kind of burnt out on that area. But I mean, like, I know that if I were to ever like get back into the story, I would get into it though. Just that I don't know. It's like it's pretty time consuming, so that's why I like kind of been holding it off. And like it's the same with Tales, honestly. Like I'm getting burnt out on story content because I've been indulging in story content for so long that I'm just like afraid of going back into it because of all the time that's like used up getting into it kind of thing. I mean, I totally do want to finish it though. That is Tales of Arise story. One day, one day. Yeah. It's really unfortunate, but in the end it's like how do you want to spend your time kind of thing. And for me, because I don't really have much to do, I want to spend it feeling like I'm improving, I guess, is more of the reasoning. Very copium though, very copium. uh, but hey, I mean, it's just whatever gets you around in life, you know what I mean? Just try to enjoy your time on Earth, this kind of thing. Do whatever. True, true. The grind, the grind. I've already had enough of the grind, like when I was a kid. Same here, same here. Though in all technicality, this is a grind as well. Trying to draw. Like if it's not for streaming, I wouldn't be like drawing consistently. Oh, like yeah. I'm listening to my own music right now, okay? And it's like around 2010s to 2018 kind of music, and I'm like getting really nostalgic right now. Let's see. This current song that I'm listening to is like it's an opening to a uh an anime that was oh what was the anime? Actually, I could find it because I have the title. The it's the name of the song is Boku Janai Angela by Angela. Ah, Valvrave the Liberator. You know what? Like even though like, it can be like really that anime can get pretty weird and whatever, the plot can be like crazy, but I really enjoyed my time watching that anime. But yeah, that's the song I'm listening to, and it's really good. Yeah, drawing like it's fun as a kid. And like for me, I did it because I really love anime, right? So that's why I wanted to keep continuing with it. And if it weren't for like me procrastinating all the time or like letting my ADD get to me or whatever, like games can like really grab my attention basically. And so that's why it's like that's why I didn't really improve that much. So like if it weren't for games basically and I just like continue drawing, I totally could have gotten so much better. But better late than never, you know. Let's see. I think I can delete this. See how it goes. Haha. Yeah. Either way though, I mean it's like in the end it's just like it's all about the mindset though, for sure. Like if it makes you feel bad that it's like oh there's other people that can do it so much better, then it's like you'll never get into it or whatever, you know. Comparing yourself to others. It's just people are like the people that are successful are always the kind that don't really care about what other people think. They're just like, "Oh man, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to like get better at this. I want to like implement this and I want to like do something for a story or like oh like I have friends that draw as well and like they're giving me tips and stuff and I want to implement it. It's like it's just like who you who you're like hanging around with or who you don't hang around with. I guess it can also be a thing. It's like you don't hang out with anybody because of reasons and it's like you just love to spend your time drawing. There's like all kinds of reasons that people have and like I listen to them, I look for them and it's really interesting for me to like learn about people's lives and stuff like that through whatever like some people like I'll watch streamers, right, for example, and they'll talk about how they live their life or whatever kind of thing. But yeah, it's so fun uh learning about other people and how they went about things and it's like it gives me an understanding of how I want to go about doing my things, right? I find my own purpose as a result. At the same time, it's like if I don't do this stream, I'm gonna end up getting so distracted. I'm gonna like browse through Twitter. I'm gonna browse through Reddit. I'm gonna like look for streams to watch or like have in the background and like just not really even like not really even do anything as a result. Like I'm just looking for an excuse to like get into drawing, but in the end I know that the way that I gotta do it is to like stream so that I can like get my head in the game. Because like if I stream, I can't look for things to do. I can only like think about the stream and I can only think about like the music that I should play and like the people to interact with if they ever come along or whatever. It's really fun. In its own right, that is. Okay, let's see. And then it's like also talking as well, just like trying to describe how I'm going about things. I find that that's also a thing that I would like to improve on. Like, hey, I'm just gonna draw the shoulder right under the neck so that I have a place that I can refer to when I'm drawing the rest of the clothes. Also, she is turning out really well. I like this so far. All right, so let's get back to the hair. Let's see. Things kind of what I'm randomly just decide to watch stream videos because a friend I know has checked my DMs for months and I got anxious. Woke up from a bad dream and have constant racing thoughts. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. I see that you have like, your own issues to deal with, and I do hope that you can get through them. Uh like I just I would hope that one day you can find your zen and go get through these things. For me, I feel like if I were in your shoes, right? What I would do is like I would be thinking about how to how I should like my mindset what my mindset should be anyway. Like I'm feeling anxious and stuff as like why should I guess. And like I should think about how I should deal with things calmly and like how do I want to deal with life basically. I want I want to deal with things calmly and I just want to be chill with everything. You know what I mean? Ever talks to me again, he also has his own issues in life. Yeah, everybody has their own issues to get through with, and it's like if they don't get over them, then they it's just how it is, right? Like they might not ever talk to you again because of their own issues, and might have to move on from that. But personally, unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that tries to at least I want to at least try to uh deal with the problems as best as I can, and then if it doesn't work out, then at least I tried is how I want to go about things anyway. It's like maybe a wasted effort or whatever, but the goal is to just try. And knowing that I tried, at least, that's one thing that I can get off my mind is like I'm I that's one less thing to worry about, basically. Yeah. Because if I don't try, it's like that's one more thought that's gonna keep me up at night, basically. It's like it's the curse of being a good person. It's like it's a curse if you don't try to deal with things. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like if it truly has nothing to do with you though, just try to believe in him, right? Because like he's your friend, so whether it's true or not, is not what matters. It's the fact that, you just gotta believe in him, even if it's not the case. And then if it's and then you just like tell yourself, hey, if it's not the case, then what should you try to do then? It's like, okay, just like see if you're not like personally, if I feel like or if I like want to believe that I'm not the one that caused a problem, then I should go about it normally, and just like see if I can like invite him to hang out or whatever, you know. Just like act like everything's normal basically, and then like maybe that'll give him a sense of security. Is like because for me, like if someone is still worrying about me and like yet they don't want to they don't want to talk to me as a result, like as in like, oh I can't talk to you because I'm worried about you, and like I don't want you to feel anxious around me or whatever, and so like I'll stay out of your way kind of thing, like that kind of mindset. It's like for me, I feel like it would have been better if the other person just still tried to talk to me like as if everything was normal, because eventually I would think, oh man, like I'm really not in the right mindset, and I'm like I and like these people are just inviting me to like hang out, you know. Like I had friends that are like I have friends more like that keep inviting me to Overwatch, and like they don't know my problems, you know. Like they just invite me, and they don't know what my problems are, and they don't like one of like some of them just don't even care what my problems are. They just like keep inviting me anyway or whatever because they like me and they like what I provide to the table, right? And so like it's that kind of casual kind of friends that I needed to like help me get a different perspective, you know? Having a different perspective is what a lot of people need when they're having a really hard time in their life, you know what I mean? Uh, I feel is the case anyway. At least it worked for me. It's like, you know, I do have people that like care about what I worry about, and then like and then there are those that are just like they're just like casual friends basically. But like I cherish that now, you know? Cherish how casual they are about things, and like they don't try to get into my problems, and I but like they still like try to hang out with me and whatnot. It's like, you know, I find that really cool. And like as a result, I feel like my problems are, you know, not that bad kind of thing. Let's see. I have hatred to the earth, however, but I still can't help but care about someone's. Yeah, I've played it cool because I understand I'm actually like this with some people I used to talk to, so I didn't want to sound entitled or hypocritical. It's also I see how it goes online to chat with his friends and be overreacting, but like yikes. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Like everybody has different ways about going about things anyway, but it's just what is right to you and what is like what makes you happy anyway. That those are the two things that I go by in life for like my fundamentals. It's like what feels right and what makes me happy, you know? Or like what can I do to make it so that I'm happier basically. That makes more sense. Because like I can't be happy all the time, right? But like when I think about what makes me mad or sad, and it's like I'm trying to think up of a solution in order to make it so that I am I I I have a mindset that'll make me happier in the future. It's like this made me really mad. Why did it make me mad? Okay, so this is why it made me mad. So how do I make it better? Like I can, I don't know, listen to music or like think about other things in life that are like that could like totally trump that problem of mine. It's like, oh, these people like this is how they deal with it. So that sounds about right. It's like, okay, so I'll try to implement that somehow, or like, you know, I'm just like talking about vague stuff because it's like I don't have a real situation to give at this moment, but if I do, I'll totally use it. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. I agree about the different perspective. It does feel like, in general, especially Discord doesn't care about you, which is why I avoid talking about in real life stuff too much. Well, you know, the Tales of the Race Discord on the what's it called? The okay, I gotta look at because I don't know the word anymore. In the off topic, you know, people talk about their lives in there, and like there are some people that are willing to listen. That's what I like about the Tales of the Rays Discord server. You know, like there'll be someone that is willing to listen sometimes, or like that are online. It's like sometimes nobody will respond because there's nobody online that are willing to listen. But like sometimes there are people that will happen to be online that are willing to listen. Yeah, yeah. I'm just giving different perspectives to like it's just a change of pace, you know what I mean? Like people they need change of pace from uh from things in life and that's just what I'm here for. It's just to give a change of pace. Whether like someone will take the advice or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just I'm giving a perspective that's different and just hoping that it helps in some kind of fashion. It's like whether that person will take the advice or not is not what matters. It's just being different and chill. Yeah, just a change of pace. All right, let's see here. I was getting like bothered by this area here. Okay, let's see. But yeah, like I totally understand where you're coming from though, and like I've been there, and like this I'm just telling how I dealt with my own version of it in the past. I remember when I stated I was unhappy because I was depressed, they did respond and show sympathy. But I looked back at it, like I feel kind of horrible because I've never been to a doctor to be diagnosed. So that's yeah, that makes sense. Um, Personally, I've never been to a doctor either. Okay, that's a lie. Like recently, I went to a doctor, but uh like they did diagnose me with stuff like that I expected, um depression and ADD or whatever, you know. But in the end, I mean, I already knew that I had it, so it's like it didn't really change much. Like they just recommend medications and like he's trying to help and everything, but like and like yeah, in a way, as I was like mentioning before, change of pace, you know? Like I took the medicine because it's a change of pace. And did it help? Well, it gave me a new perspective anyway. It's like, okay, so this medicine, it did work to like, to help me um what's it called? Short term work myself out with using the medicine or whatever, but I knew that in the long run it wasn't gonna work out anyway. It's just, I did it for the change of pace in order to like experience something new so that maybe I would start like, moving on with a different perspective or a different mindset because I tried something new. Yeah, like the best advice I can give is like trying something new in order to get new perspective or more perspectives. Like whatever whatever you do in life helps. That's like a general advice that I can give that I can give to anybody really. Like anybody can use this advice. This one I am very confident in anyway. Like a very safe thing to say. Not controversial. Hmm. Yeah, like another thing is like socializing. Like, I do admit that I would never have tried something new if it weren't for, like, let's say, my sister, who invited me to do rock climbing, bouldering, and I was like, I have to like try new things in life, you know what I mean? So she invited me to bouldering, and like, even though I'm not like particularly excited about it because like I'm an indoors guy. I try it because I have to. Like I have to get out of this rut, this rut of self pity and depression, whatever. And so by trying new things, it can help. It may not be necessarily what gets me out of it, but it plays a part in it. It's like a drop of water in a bucket. That saying, that lesson, life. It's like every water droplet counts in the bucket to fill it up, fill up the bucket of happiness. But yeah, after trying though, like it was really good. It was fun. It was fun, especially when you go with someone, right? Like I'm very grateful to have a sibling like her that she's pretty chill, and like she tries to understand me, not like the rest of the family. Well, the rest of the family, like, they'll try, but like it doesn't work out because they can't understand the situation that I'm in. Like, they understand the solution, but they don't understand how to get me to that solution, I guess. Like, I understand that, you know, that what they're saying is the solution, but uh I can't really get myself to get there because of how I am. And like I try to get enlist them to help me in the way that I feel is best, but they just like tell me, "Oh, you gotta do yourself. You gotta do yourself." Yeah, yeah. Like, oh man, over projecting. Oh my God, like I've done it so many times in the past, and like, every time I do, it's like it's not every time, but like I've been told that I'm overwhelming, basically. And I've been trying my best to change that, right? So I have to like think up of words that will better get through my message. It's like I tell you this in a way that like that I'm not over projecting, and like I'm trying to like just say things to uh that in a way that I'm like trying to project that I'm pretty chill. I'm just trying to be chill while also like just talking. I'm not gonna say that I'm trying to lecture, because I don't want to like be the lecturing kind of person anymore. Because again, that's over projecting, and like being overwhelming as a person, because lecturing, I don't want to be the kind of guy that people find hard to talk to. It's like, oh man, this guy is just like he's too much, and like I'm feeling like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. It's getting kind of hot in here. Uh, it's so funny. Like now I can look back at it, and like it's so funny to me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's like what you just said about your older brother is exactly my older brother. Like he tries to understand, but he can't because like he has to be in he has to be in the position that I was in, or like he has to have friends that were in the same position that I was in. Like he says that he's been in my position, but yeah, not really though. It's like the difference is that he has the whole muscle thing going on. He can be a muscle head and like he can do gym to help himself out, but I can't do that. I'm not a gym kind of guy, and I'm not a muscle brain, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can say that I've tried what he suggested to me, but it ended up pretty badly. But at least I can say I can tried, right? Like I can say that I at least tried, even though it didn't work out. At least I tried, and like honestly, it did like make our relationship worse. But in the end, it it had to end up that way anyway because like it's just how it has to be because of um our difference in mindsets. And as long as I'm not willing to like move in that direction, then I can't get better in the relationship with him. Which is, I'll say right now, it's like he wants to swim with me, he wants to gym with me, and like he pushes me really hard, and it's really overwhelming for me. But you know, that's how it's gotta be. It like if I want to get closer to him, then I gotta be willing to go through all that. You know what I mean? And it's my fault that I don't try to do that anyway. And then sure, I want to like get better with him uh in other ways if I could, but I can't think of anything. Okay, I just thought of one thing. It's like I could be watching TV shows with him, but like yeah. I was like thinking about how that's that's like a lot of time I'm wasting, but I shouldn't think about that if it's like if I want to get better, be in a better relationship with my brother. Like what's more important, your time or your relationship with your brother? And I should be thinking my relationship with my brother is the more important thing, you know what I mean? And also like I just like thought about how I could be like playing gacha games while I'm watching TV with them. uh, yeah, let's see. Uh Keep lecturing me stuff. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I like string, man. Like it can get over anybody's head. That's like, if you're the kind to get depressed or whatever, like that kind of stuff, lecturing doesn't help. What helps is just trying to be there for for you, you know what I mean? Like just be heartwarming and like a mother basically. Like a mother, they'll always be there for you. Okay, this is like the ideal mother, like the anime mother, you know what I mean? They'll always be there for you, and no matter how you're like treating them or whatever, they'll still make food for you. They'll still like love you. They'll still like, you know, do anything they can for you. It's like that kind of thing, right? And like they hope that one day their feelings can reach through to you, you know what I mean? Like I want that kind of thing. And I mean, I'll admit that I did get something like that. It's not perfect, but I should try to accept it for, at least, something kind of thing. Let's see. And I can't stand any of them right now. And I feel kind of bad and ungrateful because they provide for me and have scary thoughts. Yeah. Like if we were, if we could be better, if we could like go to school, get a job, and like okay, like here it's just me. Like if I could go to school, get a job, and like just do everything that a normal person would do, I would do it. You know, and like I've tried, and it just didn't work out. And it's like, why did it not work out? Because of who I am. It's like, and why did I end up this way? It's because I don't know. It's like I don't have the proper nourishment, the proper um, like what's it called? Like the way that I grew up, I could have been better, you know, dealt with like as a kid. Like as a like I find that I'm very easily influenced as a kid. So if I had better upbringing, then I could have ended up the way that they wanted me to. Just someone that went to school and worked hard for it, and and then eventually get a respectable job or whatever. You know what I mean? But it didn't end up that way because of the way that the family ended up. It's like I have a very you know it's one of those things where it's like family ended up in a wreck, basically, like a kind of a train wreck of a family, and as a result, that's why I grew up this way. And so now I had to find my own purpose, find my own happiness, find my own understanding of how I want to go about things, and then finally apply them. And that's where I am right now. I'm finally applying it, or like practicing, practicing to apply it. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. I mean, like what you could do is, hmm. Yeah, I've never been to uh be a homeschool kind of thing. I'm trying to think of people who have been homeschooled, and like honestly, it's uh I can only like think of vaguely think of anime. But in the end, I guess online is really all you really have, right? Uh I do think that, trying something like what I'm doing is like streaming or whatever. It's a way to help. At least it's a new experience if you can do it. If you can't, then it's like, oh well, at least that was something. At least that was a thought that went through the head. Like I can understand. Like you don't really need good specs to stream. It's just like what can you stream, right? You can stream drawing. You can stream uh, games that don't require much um, much power. You can also like do something like VR chat. It's like online socializing basically. Like VR chat was something that I saw a few people do, and like that's how they have a social life basically. Like just to go on that and have a 3D avatar and talk to people and just like have a social life. Yeah, that's tr- it is true that people like if you feel like there's something that you could do better, or like you're resenting yourself for not trying to do these things, then you should try it. Like, that's the only thing that I can really say. Because like I'm always in the same position, like for not trying something, and then when I do it, it can end up badly. It's like sometimes I'll be like, oh, why did I do this? Like it's so annoying. Oh, blah blah blah. That kind of thing. But then, uh, later on in life, you'll realize that even though it was so frustrating, at least you tried it, and that's where your merit should like I feel like for me the merit, uh I I neglected it for too long. The idea that the value of just trying something, it's like that's something that you should pat yourself on the back for, is how I feel. Like, okay, yeah, I tried, and it was frustrating, but at least I did it, and I should really, give myself some credit for that, so that uh, like people can say that's copium or whatever, but in the end, like I feel like I became a better person as a result of that, and like I can like be less frustrated of things. And like it's working, like as in like you know water droplets in the bucket, and like I'm like if I'm looking at myself right now, I'm doing much better than I did those few years ago. So I'm doing something that's right, or like I'm know, I'm on the right path, even if it wasn't exactly, maybe it wasn't the right thing to do. Who cares, really? It's just, in the end, it's all about the mindset. It's like, it is what you're doing right now, like, better than what you were doing years ago, or yesterday, or a month ago, you know? Like, that's all that really matters. It's like, do you feel like you're improving? Then, yeah, it's like, why why not continue doing what you're doing? It's like, who cares if it's wrong or right, or who cares if it's copium? Who cares if like what other people think? If you feel like it's working, then keep going. You got this kind of thing. You know what I mean? But like a big, I just realized something. A big part of the reason why I can like think like this is because of VTubers, Hololive. Oh my god, like seeing these girls try, and seeing how like there are some things that they do, I question like why are they doing this. It's like like it's so useless. It's like you're so bad at this game, for example. It's like, why are you doing this? And then like a few weeks later they're like speed running this game. It's like Jump King, and like what is it called, getting over it, those kinds of things. Like they start off so bad. Oh, you're so bad at this, you're so bad. And then, like a few weeks later, I'm seeing this person that like comparably, comparably, this person is like really bad compared to like a lot of other people that I've seen do Jump King, and getting over it. And it's like they're not gonna last, But then like they keep going, and then it's like they just like keep trying, and like they don't let whatever people are saying about them get to them. And it's like, and then it's like you find them doing speed runs of this game now. It's like, what? Like now they made so much progress that I could never make, because I didn't go through the effort that they had the ability to do, you know what I mean? Like they have this ability to have a hardworking habit, and as long as they work hard, they get over it. And they like they definitely did better than me. Like, oh, even though I can do better than them, in the short term, in the long term, they're doing better than me. I was like, you got me there. Man, that's so inspirational. And they don't, and it's not like, and what I really love is like they don't brag about it. They don't like, you know, act like they're better than other people. Like that's really refreshing, you know? Like it's always really refreshing to see people who, they they come out on top, but they're never they never act like they're on top, and they never they don't have a like a big nose, you know, an ego. There you go. They never have an ego. I love people like that are like so good at what they do and they don't have an ego. Even though they know that they're better than people, they don't show it and they don't want to act like it either. You know what I mean? Let's see. There's a little card work and frustration if I'm really not in the mood. Also have anger problem. Yeah, I also have anger problems. Yeah, same here, same here. So if I do, I take a break from games like Stranger of Paradise. Yeah, that's a mobile game. I'm trying slowly. I keep thinking about the future of where I would be if I were to move out or what job career I could do. And I go about telling my whole family I feel and how to deal with the resentment my brother I'm grudging against mom but not against them either. I tried a lot of weird stuff to make me happy and I keep getting told that's stupid. You're not stupid. Since I'm smart, so smart, which I never bragged about, I pace around to think, please stop. That's definitely a refreshing story. Like, I used to be overly competitive too. Oh man, like you and I, we are like the same people. Everything you tell me, like, oh man, I've been there every single time. Unfortunately, the only reason that I'm not competitive anymore is actually because of a physical condition and not anything else. Like, if it weren't for this physical condition, I wouldn't be on this road. Which is, you know, my right hand was hurting a lot. It was as if I had, you know, whatever those people call it. I forgot what it was, but like wrist pain and whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. And so I had to work on it, you know, I had to like do stretches, I had to uh do exercises, hand exercises, arm exercises, whatever, to like get it back to being more uh to a hand that doesn't hurt when I play games anymore. And like also, you know, not have a tight grip on the mouse, not have a tight grip on like my stylus when I'm drawing. You know, back then I used to like hold my grip so hard and like I would press down so hard on the tablet and as a result the nib would like would go out in just like 3 months, you know? But then now I hold the grip so lightly and I press down so lightly and I like and the mouse I'm like, you know, I'm not holding on I work on it to make it so that I don't hold on to it so hard anymore. And as okay, so like the tip of the stylus, it doesn't grind anymore. And like I can use this nib forever now. And the reason why I thought like that, like the reason I did this now was because I was given a different perspective. I asked other artists, you know, it's like, oh, my nib goes out in just 3 months. It's like, how's it for you? Like where do you get your replacements or whatever? And it's like they tell me, oh, I never have to replace the nib. I've never been in that situation or whatever, you know? And then like I start think now it gave me a bit different perspective. Oh, what? They never had to replace it? Well, okay, I guess, you know, I it must be that they just hold on to it more lightly and they just, you know, they don't draw so hard on their tablet. And like the reason I was drawing hard was because, you know, pen pressure, it can decide how how thick the line is, right? It's like if I press hard, it gets that thick, but if I press really lightly, as you can see, it goes really thin, right? And so I had to change. I came to the conclusion I need to change the settings. You know, make it thicker when I'm drawing a line. You know, like if it's like this, like if I draw this line, it's like it's so hard to see this line. It's like okay, so just you know instead of pressing so hard, just make the line you know thicker, and then I won't have to press so hard to make this thickness of a line, you know? And then like but oh man, it was like so hard, okay, to get that habit of not pressing so hard on the mouse or not gripping so hard on the mouse. I swear, like I had to keep constantly keeping in mind that I'm gripping too hard, and the only times that I would think about it is when I'm realizing after my hand is feeling like it's starting to hurt. And so like as it does that, it's like, oh, I'm gripping too hard. I'm gripping too hard. Oh, gotta loosen up. Gotta like, stretch my hands now because I did that, and give it a like a 5 minute rest or something, like that kind of thing. And then yeah, and then going from there, you know, you keep doing it over and over again, and then eventually it becomes a habit after like, oh, it took me like 6 months or a year or even 2 years. Like, I don't know, man. All I know is that I only got this result now because I kept trying, I kept going, even though it's so hard to do. But it's just you gotta keep going, gotta keep up the grind. It's the grind. Let's see. Yeah, Stranger of Paradise. Yeah, the FF game. That's right. That's right. But he's 10 years older than me. Worse. It's really hard for me not to want to throw things or break something or go rage very much. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, the only way to deal with that I found, okay, was to keep thinking about like different perspectives. Keep thinking about the Hololive girls, okay? Like they're my what is it called? Role models. There you go. And they're Hollow Life guys too, like Hollow Stars. So there's a guide version called Hollow Stars, and they're also like that. They're just trying to do their best, and they're just having fun and whatnot. And like I think about the Hollow Life girls that are like that one girl that I was just talking about, that like they're so bad and they keep trying anyway, but also they don't get mad. They or like they do get frustrated, but like they're like, oh man, why? Like they just get sad and stuff like. But like having chat helps them get over it basically, and it makes them smile. It's like they're having a good time because of the chat, right? Like they're the chat is giving them support and stuff. It's like it's stuff that I wish that I had. It's when I wish that it's that at that point that I wish that I was a girl too. It's like I wish I had that kind of support or whatever. But gotta work with what you live with or whatever. It's like it's not like I hate being a guy or anything. Like I love being a guy or whatever. I love the values of what guys have. Like I like the idea of working hard and like it's manly to work hard and stuff like that. Because I'm a guy that has a strong sense of moral justice and whatever. That's why I like it so much. But the only reason that I couldn't follow through with it is because of my physical condition. It's like I'm not putting in the work, and the only reason I'm not putting in the work is just because of my ADD. It's like, oh, I want to play games and stuff, blah blah blah. But like, I could be going outside. I could be playing my gadget games while I'm outside. Instead of just sitting here and like on my desk playing my gadget games, Tales of the Rays and whatever, right? I could actually be out there right now, and like just walking or running and while I'm playing my gadget game. Like it's not like I need to focus on anything. Like I could just let it play out or whatever and grind. Like, oh, I could be like, the raid. Oh, I could just let it play itself and like just do the mystic arts or whatever while I'm running or walking or just doing anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like and like I said before, like a mother with that has that's basically unconditional love. Like Even though you're basically like a NEET or what, or like me, I'm a NEET anyway. Even though I'm basically a NEET, it's like if I had a mother like that, I totally would try my hardest for her. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love my mother, very much if it were like that anime mother. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I should really get that one game. What was it called? Pikmin Bloom. You know, that one makes you go outside basically. Well, like, I mean, I tried to get into Pokemon Go, but it didn't really work out. So now I want to see Pikmin Go. Pikmin Blue. That is Pikmin Bloom. Yeah, Pikmin Bloom. Because yeah, I just like watched a translation of this one VTuber that was like supporting Pikmin Bloom because she finds it really cute and like it, and you go out and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, yeah, I should install this and then like go out and then like, you know, do whatever it is that Pikmin Bloom makes you do. And then like, and then I'll transition over to my gadget games. hmm Like, your situation is that you're not allowed to go out at all? Like, you can't even, like, you know, just go out for a walk? Or what? Yeah, yeah, same here. I wasn't a fan of the mechanics or whatever. Oh, well, honestly, I wasn't really into Pokemon. Like, uh, or like, I am, but like, not that kind of Pokemon, I guess. Or, I don't really know. Uh, Honestly, I'm a little bit stumped on my reasoning. I just like, but honestly, why care? Why care about my reasoning in the end? It's like it's just a game, and it doesn't matter to me. How whether I play it or not, because in the end, it is just a game and like a waste of time kind of thing. Like I'm just thinking of reasons to like uh keep it out of my head or whatever for reasonings. Is like why think about it? Because a lot of the times I find myself thinking about things that don't matter. Like I think too much about things that don't matter, and this is one of those things, right? Like I'm just like thinking of reasoning for why I'm not playing Pokemon Go, and do I really need a reason? No, I don't. And I take that idea from the perspective of people that are just living their lives and like they have fun. And it's like, why do you think this way? I mean, why is it that you can have fun without worry? It's because uh, I don't like these people. They don't think about those problems. They don't care about those problems. They don't have a reason to, indulge that kind of thinking. It's like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. All right, now I need to implement that kind of thinking too, because there are a lot of things that I think about that don't really matter. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, for me, I played a lot of Pokemon in when I was a kid, and like I got bored of the whole turn-based battle system. It's like same thing, same shit every time, and like I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. Like my strategy was always just get strong moves, get Pokemon that I like, and get strong Pokemon, and just beat the Elite Four and the rest of the content. That's it. Like they don't like how many times are you really gonna do that before you get bored? Like okay, I stopped at around Diamond, and then I got back into it at Sun and Moon, and I stopped at Sun and Moon. I was like, I got my fill. It was really fun. It was addicting, but when that new version of Sun came out, I was like, yeah, I want to get it, but I shouldn't. Like I need to control myself. I got my fill of Sun and Moon already. You know? Like I do want all these legendary Pokemon, but what end do I really want them, right? Like I really gotta think of this through. Like it'll be a lot more time wasted. You know, I wasted a lot of time on Sun and Moon. Like that was a lot of time wasted. I was like, do I really want to go through that again? You know, come on, like you gotta stop, bro. You gotta stop. Oh man, hella addicting that was. But you know, and then once you stop, it's like when you stop and like you eventually come out of it a better person. It's like, okay, yeah, true, yeah. I got over it. And it's like I feel good. Oh, I can't get this one. Ugh. I gotta angle it if I want to get a better under the way. Yeah, like this. Angle it so that I can draw better. Oh. Oh yeah, like I liked it back then, you know, but it's just that I got bored of it. That's why it's not for me anymore. Or like I guess it's more like I definitely needed a break from it, basically. Because like I had Tails, right? And it, you know, I had this superiority complex. It's like, oh, like real-time battle system, being able to run around on the field, so much better than turn-based. Oh man, like why am I even playing this garbage ass turn-based game? Like, you know, that kind of mindset, that kind of style, lifestyle anyway. And it's like, but I mean, it was because of that I got over that whole thing. But you know, in that case, I feel like it's okay to have that kind of superiority complex because like it's a lot of time wasted playing games. So it's like by having the superiority complex and like being picky about the games that I play, as a result, I'll play less games, and by playing less games, I'm wasting less time, you know, on games. So it's like it was a trade off I was willing to take as a result of that. But now I don't have a I'm getting out of the superiority complex though. Now my mindset is preference. Oh, this is just a preference, you know, it's just they like having this game. They want to play this game because, you know, it's chill. They don't have time on their hands or whatever. Or like, you know, I'll think up of reasonings, you know, or they just want to chill. You know, it's just a mindset that they have. It's like I'm not gonna judge people for that. Like this one girl that got over it, playing getting over it. Like they were successful at it and speed ran it. Like they're doing better than me, even though I know that I have more skill than them. Like in the end, why have a superiority complex when you couldn't beat her? You know what I mean? Uh, because like I'm not speedrunning the game. I'm not like not putting in the grind, putting in the work. So why am I like why do I think that I'm better? I'm not better. In any case though, but nobody's really better, and it's all just a perspective, right? Um but yeah, that's that so yeah, that's the mindset that I'm having going into the future. It's like everything's just a preference. It's like if you prefer to like the what is it called? Only brush your teeth once a day instead of 2 times a day, like recommended. Okay, that's just how you roll. Like your gums could be a lot better than mine. You know, your gums could like take it or whatever, and like. Although, it's when they tell me that they have cavities. Like my friend has 7 cavities. It's like, yeah, you got up your teeth brushing game. You really gotta do that. It's like I know that you don't feel pain and that would be like the deciding factor of you changing your um your lifestyle, as it would be for me. But you know, it's at that point that I should be more persistent. It's like, hey, you brush your teeth twice a day yet? And I was like, no, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Like 7 cavities. Hello. Yeah, but at the same time, I think the reason that I didn't persist was just because he gets free dental or like insurance, dental insurance. So he gets to have his like monthly dental cleaning or whatever. It's like he gets that privilege. So it's like, why bother, when he gets that. I'll still mention it from time to time though, whenever it comes to mind. But that's just me trying to be a good friend in that, like, I'm trying to be a friend that's trying to help uh be make that friend more responsible if I can, but like I don't like push the envelope or whatever. I'm just mentioning it from time to time so that it's like, it's just to plant the seed in his mind, right? And then eventually, like, I'm just like putting water droplets. Hopefully it'll grow. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. It's like whatever. It's the whole mindset of at least I tried. Yeah, the only reason he gets the insurance is because he has a job that's giving him that security, right? Like, uh, it's that's the that's the good thing about having a job that you're working full time for. Like they'll deal with some of your health problems, whether it's okay. Well, at the same time, like that's also, by the way, this is all in Canada. Like it's not. It's I don't know if it's the same in America, but like I'm sure that there are some jobs that give it, but like not all jobs will give you that kind of security. Like even in Canada, like even McDonald's in Canada, you can have dental insurance if you work full time. You know, they just take a little bit off of your paycheck, and it's worth it. Yeah, to give you perspective though, like okay, like back then, um, I never brushed my teeth. Like it would take like a week or like once or like 2 times a week that I would brush my teeth, and it was really bad. And as a result, I got this like gum disease or whatever, and like my gums would be bleeding now, like chronically bleeding, if I don't like brush my teeth within 30 minutes of eating. So, I let that happen. And so as a result, now I have to brush my teeth within 30 minutes after I eat every single time. It doesn't matter if I had a snack or whatever, I have to brush my teeth. It's like, and so I have to schedule when I eat as well. It's like, okay, I'm having breakfast, I'm having lunch, I'm having dinner. I'm not gonna have snacks. I'm not gonna have midnight snack. And if I do, then like if I'm really craving it and I do it, then I'm gonna have to brush my teeth. Yeah. And I end up like drawing. I end up brushing my teeth like 5 times a day now. But as a result of that, I don't have cavities. Every time I go to the dentist or whatever to have a cleaning, they tell me, "Oh yeah, you don't have cavities, but you do need to floss." So there's that. Now I need to work on flossing, because if I floss, then that'll get rid of the gum problem. Basically, like I floss daily, once a day. Yeah. Yeah, and like another thing I heard about people having a problem with is like if they brush too much, then it'll like cause problems, probably gum problems. But I think the reason for that was just because they were brushing on their gums. You're only supposed to brush on your teeth, and like uh they could also be brushing too hard as well. Like you don't brush, you're not supposed to brush hard as well. So like there's all these factors to play in. It's like you can brush your teeth as much as you want. It's just make sure that you don't brush too hard. That's all. That's how I feel after the experience that I've went through anyway. And like, you know, I'm brushing my teeth 5 times a day and like it's only doing me good more than bad. Like I'm not feeling any bad from it. Okay, let's see. I'll go about this. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. Now this seems good, right? But like I gotta like there's something else. Okay, so there's like this sleeve thing right here. I gotta implement this out here on this game. Okay, how wide do I want to make it, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, good talk, good talk. You know, I always do this though. Like, whenever I'm streaming and like there's like one person, there's always like gonna be one person in chat, and then like I end up having a life talk, talking about life. But you know, I'm glad to that I'm like that though because that's something that I can provide, that not many people will provide. Because you know I can provide them because like I look for other people's perspective in life, and like it would be a waste to not give these kinds of perspective, especially when I can like finally give them in a way that's more chill. Like I can just be a chill guy and be affable. Affable means like someone that's approachable basically. Speaking of being affable, like approachable, I often find that people, whenever I'm like going to a train, like the subway, for some reason, people often go to me for directions. It's like, hey, do you know how to get here or whatever? It's like why are you talking to me about this? Like, I like they're like there's just like I just muted myself by accident. Anyway, they're walking past all these people, like 5 people or whatever, and they come to me to ask for directions. Like, do I look that approachable? uh, yeah, no problem. Like, part of the reason I stream is like, you know, I want someone to talk to. So, like, don't feel bad about any of that kind of stuff. Like, uh, the whole reason to of streaming in the first place is because the streamer wants a chat to talk to. So like any amount of talking is really cool with me. Like I'm sure it's the same with every other streamer. Like I love having people to talk to in whenever I'm streaming. And like let's say this. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be distracted by something else anyway. Like, let's be honest here. Like, it doesn't matter if you're keeping me from drawing, because other things would keep me from drawing anyway. Like, who cares? But yeah, these are things like it's like, oh, you worry about these things, but honestly, it's not like I feel like even if I'm not progressing, it's all about having a good time. having a good time is all that matters. In the end, at least that's what brings me happiness. You know? Yeah, yeah. Again, like I used to be like that. Like I didn't like having distractions and whatnot. But when I think about how I have ADD and like all these things that do distract me anyway, it's like, you know what? That was a stupid thing uh to get worried about, you know, or like get angry about. Why am I getting angry about this when I get distracted anyway? It's like now I should look at it from a different mindset. It's like, okay, now I should have a different goal. Okay, what is it? It's, oh well, just have a good time. Like learn from those carefree people. You know what I mean? Like these carefree people, they just want to have a good time. It's like, okay, try their method. Okay, I can have a good, like I find myself having a good time when I'm talking to people. Okay, so like let's work with that. I mean, this is the blessing of being a good person is having fun by just talking to people and like, you know, if I'm having fun, like, you know, gotta gotta make use of the blessing of being a good person. But like being the curse is like also pretty bad, and like it's only bad because I'm powerless. If I was, if I had more, if I had more like, if I could work myself better, like let's say I don't know, like go volunteer or something, you know what I mean? Then I wouldn't, it wouldn't be a curse anymore because like I'm working on being a good person and like I should be, or like that I am anyway. But yeah, this is like, in a way this is kind of a copium in a way. It's like uh in that like I'm only feeling better about myself because I helped someone in some way or whatever by talking. But you know, whatever, right? Like as long as I'm feeling good, who cares if it's copium? But yeah, you know, it's like one of my worries that got to me back then is like I'm not doing something righteous enough. I'm not doing enough, you know? Who cares? You know? Like gotta I only have one life and I don't want to spend it being self-deprecating because I'm not strong enough, because uh by learning to accept that I'm weak, I can finally move on from that and just, you know, do whatever. Let's see here. Oh, whoops. There you go. Let's see. Else, I'm also antisocial, so my one of my fam could tell they always struggle trying to talk to me because they complain and yell. Something I can take criticism, but it depends on what you're criticizing about. So I still have to work on. I know I'm on Yeah. Yeah, same here. Oh my god. Like you're way too relatable, man. Like you hit all the spots of you know where I'm at or where I was. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, you know, just what do you like besides, you know, playing gacha games and whatnot, right? Like what have you done that you like that you feel like could, you know, go somewhere? For me, it was like I like story writing, I like drawing. So, you know, I'm gonna try to improve on that, even though it might not get me anywhere. I mean, it is something. At least I'm trying to, you know, make something of it, right? Like and it's hard making stories and drawing, but you know, it's why I got like I make this workaround where I'm streaming so that it so that I can get somewhere. Like this kind of progress is something that would have taken me like, I don't know, 4 hours to get to or something. I like just because I'm procrastinating so much anyway. So it's like this is already good. This is already so much better than what it was before. Before I started streaming, right? And it's like, oh, when I had to start up the stream, there's like so much troubleshooting that I had to do actually. Like I was troubleshooting for like 10 minutes if you weren't there for that. But you know, it's something that I'm willing to go through because I'm trying to make progress, right? But yeah, you know, just my only advice is just to keep trying to improve and eventually you'll make some kind of habit that will help you in the future. Like I like the one example that I had with the stylus and the mouse, you know, I was gripping too hard and it was like as a result my hands were hurting. And so like I had to, you know, start working on it and then eventually it becomes a habit. It took me like 2 years, by the way, you know, or maybe less. I could be over exaggerating, but that's what it felt like. It felt like a very long time before I got it down, but now I have it down and like, oh, I feel so much better as a person that I finally did it, you know? Even though it took me a long time, it's not the time that matters. It's the fact that I did it, that I got it done. Just like that girl that's now speed running, getting over it, you know? Like she uh she uh she kept going and she can be very proud of the results that she has now. She can speed run getting over it, get like 10 minutes, you know, or 7 minutes or whatever. And like that's an achievement that I personally, if I were her, I'd be proud of that for my entire life. And like it's a lesson for like the entire lifetime. After some raging. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like Uh, for me, I still rage when I, you know, when I have something that's like really hard to beat and you know, for a long time I've already known that like this isn't the way that I should be going about it. I shouldn't rage. Like look at these VTubers, they don't rage even though it's so hard and they have to try so many times. And you know, I go back to that getting over it girl, but like you know, I could have so many examples, but I only need one. I only need the getting over it girl because that's all I like. I could give more examples, but there's no point. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be for people who are nitpicking. People would be because like they don't want to hear me keep using this example over and over again. But like in the end, like I could give like 10 examples, whatever. It's in the end you're just nitpicking if you have a problem with me using the same uh example over and over again, right? But even then, like I already gave the stylus and mouse example. I gave my brushing teeth example, right? Like it's all gonna be the same in the end. It's all gonna be the same. But yeah, in any case though, like what like when you know that there's someone out there that won't rage and still can still beat that boss or whatever, like you know it's a possibility and that you know that you can do it too if you just tried, you know? It's only human in the end to be able to eventually do it as long as you keep trying. So yeah, trying is like the best human trait, and like nobody should ever knock it, you know what I mean? Uh that is one thing that I can guarantee. Because I've seen so many examples, you know what I mean? Uh and I'm also an example myself. I love people watching in a way. So like I love learning people and I love learning how the world works. Doubly so if it's like if it's a girl. Let's see. I wish is to have as a new PC. That's what I really look forward for because I really want to play Rise, but I don't want to get it for Xbox or PS. I can some understand the nitpicking thing. I think everyone is struggling with that. Yeah, the reason for the nitpicking is just because of their upbringing, though. Like, because I'm one of them, you know. I was one of them, uh, and like I was struggling for a long time with how I should deal with this because it's causing problems for people that I care about or like people that I would care about if I were to meet them. It's like, you know, if I were to meet this VTuber in real life, if I were to meet this YouTuber in real life and like I'm like this, like I wouldn't want to see them with the way that I am right now. You know, I think like that. Like, you know, cuz that's a good person way of thinking, right? Like I don't want them to see me like this kind of thing. Like I don't, and so if I don't want them to see me like this, but I do want to meet them, and what I gotta do, I gotta change the way that I think. I gotta change the way that I feel. I gotta change my perspective. And I'm like scouring through the internet to find this solution. And then the Hololive VTuber gave me that solution, and it's like now I just have to like implement it and you know keep them in mind. It's like reminders are a really big thing in helping change the way that you're thinking because if you don't like give yourself reminders in like notes or like posters or something, then you're gonna only remind yourself in the hard way, which is like making the mistake over and over again, and it's like you're like hurting the people that you care about or whatever, or that or you're thinking of or you end up thinking about how you hurt this person and what if they were that person that you wanted to meet or stuff like that. You know, it's like it really it's really and it makes and it keeps me up at night when that happened. I hate that so much. I hate being kept up at night because I did something so terrible. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's like that's for that, and then it's like now I have to work on making reminders for myself, notes that is. I thought I do think about posters, but like I'm so lazy. Oh man. Like I had for the longest time I was like trying to get some motivational posters up on the wall. Because like putting it on the computer wallpaper, it doesn't work because like uh I'm covering it most of the time with the like I have 3 monitor screens and like I'm covering them all the time because I have browsers, I have Discord, I have this, I have games, you know. So it's like the best place to put the motivational posters and whatnot would be on the wall in front of me that's behind the monitor. Like it's empty and I see it all the time. I'm looking up all the time and I'm seeing this one poster that I got from Japan. But yeah, I hope that one day, you know, you can learn to like humanity. Uh the only way is to just see people that can restore your faith in humanity, right? Or like communities that can restore your faith in humanity. For me, it was All Alive and their community. Like the community is so cool there, like Reddit and Twitter. Like you see some really nice and really heartwarming shit there. You know what I mean? Or yeah. Anyway, I guess you wouldn't know what I mean. Maybe I don't know. I mean, like Tales of the Rays is like getting there anyway, or like it's like it sometimes gets there, and like you know I find that a lot of people in Tales of the Rays Discord is like you know they hate humanity and whatnot, and like you know I can't blame any of you and whatnot. You know I used to think like in my head I'd be like, oh man, like you just don't know, but I mean in the end I was like that myself, so why am I even like acting all superior or whatever, like having some kind of ego going on. It's like, come on, man. Like, be better, be better. You know, it's all about self improvement. It's not about improving the others. The others, they'll eventually improve because they have to, right? It's like so just and it's like you can't control people, so just work on yourself and be someone that's like that people can talk to and just be chill and just be you know, let things go through whatever. Because the thing that I found was that people like that are charismatic and like people will eventually like uh grow as a result of you know having someone that's chill around or whatever or like that they can talk to or like have you know like 8-bit fit for example you know what I mean like he's a really great guy he's successful and all that and like it's great having him around you know like he's really cool and all that and he doesn't have an ego you know what I mean and it's like we need more people like him in the world like this guy's a jeweler and everything he has everything he's a father he's a great guy he has muscles and he loves working out and all that like he's a role model and like he doesn't get much following or whatever but you know, he keeps doing what he does, and I respect him for that. He doesn't really care about clout or whatever. You know, he's just living his life, living his best life. And like he's like one of the people that I keep in mind when I'm having like a bad time or whatever. It's like you know he just does he wants and whatever. And like when he sees something that he doesn't agree with on the Discord, he just leaves it alone. Like that's what I should do. And like I find that he agrees with a lot of things that I feel, you know, about that needs to that I feel needs to be spoken up about. Like he'll agree with me. It's like he'll say, yeah, I feel the same. You know, it's like this should be like this should be left alone more, or like whatever. You know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know if you get it, but at the very least, like I'm just like babbling, but you know, at least I'm bringing it to light. Yeah, there you go. Even though I can't really well explain it, but at least I tried. And then eventually, maybe I'll have an example going. You know, maybe next time I'll have something better. Uh, I'll have a better way of explaining. Oh man, like I'm having so much problem here. Like the thing is that I would need to draw the actual body to understand what I'm trying to get out of this, but and like I just don't know. I gotta draw the real body. Like yeah, it's a meaningful babbling. Like you know, if people don't get it, they'll be like, "What are you talking about, man? Like, get over yourself. Move on." You know, that's like they'll be like that. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Next time, next time, next time I'll get it. Maybe. It's like even if you fail, just try again next time, or like you know, hopefully you got something better going next time. And I probably will because I tried. You know, I tried once, and then maybe next time I'll think of something better because by trying once, you planted a seed in yourself in what you know what you want to say and how you executed it, and like you're thinking about, oh well, I could have done this, I could have done that, right? Like you get those, right? Like I could have done that, I could have done this, I could have said this, I could have said that. And next time. GG's. Good games next time. Next game. Let's move on. Right now I'm listening to the Tiger and Bunny opening. My god. So much nostalgic. That was like 2012 or something. Oh man. So good. At some point I stopped listening to this music because I was bored of it basically. But like when you come back to it at some point, oh man, nostalgia hits and it's like, oh, it feels so good. Yeah, cool to hear. Nice. Oh wait, that was the opening through Valve Rave. Oh yeah, off topic right now, and people are giving life advice and stuff. You know, that's the heartwarming stuff of the Tales of the Race Discord server. Yeah, I just look at it from time to time. And it's like I like seeing that stuff. You know, really cool. That's what I like about Tales of the Race Discord server. Like you're not gonna get this from other servers. You know, this is the privilege of a niche community. You know what I mean? Like only niche communities can have this kind of thing going. And for a long time I neglected that that value that is. I wanted Tails to be mainstream and whatnot, you know, because like I feel like Tails deserves much more recognition and whatnot. And then it's like, oh man, niche community, that's bad because it's like where it's like Tails isn't good enough to have like a big community like Final Fantasy or whatever, you know. I saw that as a reflection. But in the end, it's like, you know, everybody needs their comfort zone or whatever. It's like Tales gives me that kind of comfort, or at least Tales of the Rays. Not general tales. That didn't give me the comfort that I needed of a niche community. They were very something else. They were definitely not heartwarming anyway. They were like more of the bad things for me, like the people that hate humanity or whatever. Like they don't like try to understand me or whatever. But that's just because they don't know me. And like I don't know. I guess they didn't really value what I had to give. You know, like I gave them sales translations, but in the end, they don't care about it if it's not like top quality or like it's not golden standard basically. That really deterred me from doing any more translations. I was like, it's like just going back to the whole, oh, I just needed support. You know, like I just wanted heartwarming support. That's all. That if you just gave me that, I would naturally want to improve. You know what I mean? But they don't know me like that. Like they just think that, oh, because I like told this one guy to fuck off, you know, uh, because he was giving me criticism, but like he did it in a really rude way. So like, but like they don't care that he was rude about it. They only care that I said that I wouldn't be improving because of this guy's comment, and it's like, no, you're like you should be trying to improve. You should be trying to be the make the best, be the best that you can be, and like and make and portray their characters properly, man. Like you can't just tell this guy to fuck off because he was being rude. But yeah, that was like the final straw of me leaving the community anyway. Like I had other arguments with the community in terms of like opinion, but like that stuff wasn't what I mean. Like it did put me off the community for like a year, but like when they gave me that kind of shit, that was like when I was like, okay, yeah, no, I'm done with this. Like I'd rather be doing something else right now. But like even then, it's like, oh, I did translation for Tales of the Rays, and it's like the reason that I stopped doing that was because this one guy was like, can you just like make all the translations like for this chapter, and just put it all together, and like the reason that I split them up in the first place was because it's pretty hard to like just to do each scene, and like if I don't post it, I won't feel gratified, you know what I mean? Like I won't feel like I accomplished anything or whatever. Like I needed the short-term feeling of accomplishment to keep myself going. But that one guy like really got me, and like it's the way of the depressed for people, like one comment that can end up being very powerful and affect you, and like I didn't want it to be like that. Like I had people that supported me, like really like that I keep doing translations, and they kept on showing support, but you know I just ended up like letting that one comment get to me, and that was because I was depressed. Like I didn't need this guy to be uh hurting me like that. But yeah, that's what made me stop anyway. And like I really wish that it wasn't like that. But it is what it is, just because I was depressed at the time. So I can't help it, and I shouldn't beat myself up over it. I'm not depressed. I'm like a lot less depressed now. But can I get back into translating? The reason that I couldn't is just because it's like it's too far, you know? Like the story has progressed too much. Yeah, there'll always be people that you don't like. Yeah, like there's this one guy that I really didn't like because he was always negative all the time, okay? But like I was like I tried I was learning to get over him and I'm trying to value him more because he's like he does give contribution to the community that I couldn't do. And I'm trying to respect that side of him more. Like getting like I'm getting over the fact that he complains too much by seeing value in the fact that he tries his best to help the community in some way, in whatever way that he can. And like, and I would I like I I've gotten into fights with him and whatnot, and like I reconciled it. I tried to reconcile it with him by DMing him, hey, something like, "Hey, I'm sorry," and I explain, what my thought process was and how I'm gonna try to think going forward. And even though he doesn't respond, at least I tried, right? And at least he got the message. I know that he's the kind of person that can't just ignore what's being told to him, even though he doesn't reply. I know that he saw it. I know that he read it, and I know that I planted a seed in his mind. And as a result, I think that he is like, you know, it is helping him see me in a better light, and like, he's not like, uh, he's not like, he got over me, he got over the fact that I was being like, such a weirdo to him or whatever. Like, why are you getting on my case? You know what I mean? Like, he got over that as a result. I would say anyway. Like he moved past it, and I moved past it, and I feel like it was because of that DM that I gave him is why he was able to get over it. If I didn't DM him, then he probably would still hate me to this day, because I find that when I neglect things, uh, it that's my downfall. Like, I didn't try to reconcile anything, so why should they forgive me, Like, I can understand that feeling anyway. And that's why I like, if I like hurt somebody because I didn't like their way of thinking or whatever, like, I should do my best to change myself and just be better. Stop getting on their case all the time. They have their own lives that they're living or whatever. Just trying to get through life too. Like, not like they're not trying. So, but I don't regret trying to make them be better or whatever. I don't regret uh just trying to be a good person, and even though I was being so unaffable, not affable, you know, uh, it was. I can't beat myself up for it because at the end of the day, even I learned something from it, and I'm like, I'm trying to be better as a result of that experience. Like, I'm not gonna beat myself up over it because I became a better person as a result. I'm not gonna see it as a thing, as a like a dark past, or like as something that I should feel bad about or whatever. I mean, yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, and then like, oh, another thing is that I do my best to see the Tales of the Race Discord as family. I want to see what I can do for everybody, no matter who they are. But like, there is this one guy that I could never, like, I tried to help him, but he's just he's just like he's kind of doing his own thing or whatever. I let him do his own thing, and like I even blocked him because it was like he's always gonna have the same opinions, not that are very that can like grind my grind my gears. In any case, though, um, like I just that's and like by blocking him, you know, it's not like he needs my opinion or anything like that. It's not like uh it's not like I can help him somehow, you know. That's why I block him. It's just because it's for my own mental health and for to make it so that I don't have to like feel like if I get angry, then it's gonna cause problems for the server basically. And I can't have that happening. Like I'm just like basically completely um blocking off the possibility of myself getting angry at somebody for something that's like I know that I will inevitably get angry about like this person's comments because he makes these comments all the time, and like I see the people's reactions to his comments, you know, even though I blocked him, I still see the people's reactions to his comments like, yeah, he's still the same as ever. Yep. But like it's not like I hate this kid. Like I'm gonna say right now, I don't hate this person. It's not like I dislike them. It's just that, you know, he has hot takes. And like they're too hot for me. They are too hot for me. That's all. That's all. Is I like if he wants me to talk to him or whatever, or like if you want like I'll talk to him and everything, you know, like whatever. But like it's just like his takes are too hot for me. Oh yeah, I mean, it's because I built it up, right? You know, I used to be again, I used to be just like you. You're so relatable to me, man. Like I know everything that you went through, and like I've been there and I've done that, and like, you know, I'm just telling you what helped me get over most of it anyway. Like it's just it's all about the mindset, man. It's like the mindset is what will pave the way for how your future is gonna go. Like I've also even like let's say this. I've also prepared myself for the worst in which I'll become jobless, homeless or whatever. And like I'm preparing my mindset for like if that day ever comes, then it'll just be another experience for me. It'll be a way to finally get me to move out of this lifestyle and this current lifestyle that I'm having. I'm just enjoying what I have right now before that time comes, you know, where I'll have to work hard, where I'll have to be just like everybody else, where I'll have to like just do everything that I can to make ends meet. You know, I know that that time will eventually come because of the way that I am right now. But if I just, you know, make an effort to have a habit of working harder, then that time may never come. You know, like I just, I put more effort into drawing. I put more effort into story writing, and you know, uh, and hopefully, you know, some people will notice my stories and my drawings and what I have to offer, and you know, it'll hopefully uh, like have some kind of success. I don't expect it to like go big or anything, you know. That's just something that comes with luck. what I only expect is that that I have something that will move people and entertain people. That's all I want, you know? And like I don't mind if it's like just a few readers or whatever. It's just I just want to have something going. You know, better than nobody reading or seeing what I have. I mean, let's see. Oh, you almost wanted to go off some jerk that said something so triggering to me on a so lucky I was 10 minutes late because I was doing something. But yeah, something so aggressive I wouldn't care if I get banned. Yeah, yep. I've been there too. Yeah. Actually, I was actually already almost there when I was uh for the Tales of the Race Discord. Like I did something so terrible that that the mods had to DM me and ask me what the fuck is wrong with you. Like basically, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, like I'm putting it crudely, but they were more like, you know, what's going on? Like you're not like this. You're not usually like this. But like, to put it crudely, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah. In any case, though, yeah. Hopefully, you know, you can at least find some path that will align somewhat with my path because again we're on the same boat or in the same storm, I guess. Maybe we can say that. Like you know, you're probably like on a canoe in a storm while I'm on a, you know, a little bit of a bigger boat. I'm probably on a little bit of a bigger boat, and you know, hopefully one day you can build that, make that canoe, like build it into a, a a boat as big as mine, and then eventually maybe even build a boat that's bigger than mine. You know, I always hope for the best for other people. I always hope that, you know, people do better than I'm currently doing. You know, I always hope that uh, the people that I care for, you like you're one of the people that I care for, and like I hope that, you know, you build a bigger boat, a much bigger boat than what I have right now. One day, I hope the best for everybody. To have a better life, no matter who they are, no matter what their opinion is. You know, like that one guy that I had to block. I also hope that he, you know, eventually has a much bigger boat, uh, and becomes successful in life. You know, because even though he has bad takes, hot takes, I know that he's a good person. Like he's a good person in the end. It's just that he's like, you know, socially awkward, or he needs to have a lesson in the social life anyway. Like he needs to have a class or something. This guy needs to go to a class on social etiquette. Oh, I thought that you were pretty well known, honestly, because you've been here since like the start or whatever, at least close to beginning. So I feel like you're pretty well known. Because this server, everybody knows each other. Like I've seen people that came back after like so many months or a year, and and people would mention about, hey, yeah, this you were here like a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I mean, personally, I thought that you were a pretty chill guy, but you know, you've opened up to me, and I realized that, you know, you were just like me in the past. And but you know, uh, I think that you can get there. Like, if I got there, then you can get there.
I'll pass down my experience, my knowledge, and you do what you can with what you got, you know. And obviously, take it slow. No, it's not like I would pressure you or anything. You gotta do what you gotta do, and do things in your own pace. Everybody has their own pace. And that's how it should be anyway. Like the fact that we can go in our own pace just goes to show how peaceful of a life that we have it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to neglect that area. The fact that we can go in our own pace is very privileged. But then once I go homeless and like I'm like I'm jobless and whatever, that's when I'm gonna have to I'm gonna like I'm really going to love the fact or like look back very fondly of the fact that I had this privilege. Oh man. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I had that life, yeah. And I'll be I'll be looking at it every day, being very grateful for the fact that I had that life. And going forward, I'll be like, you know, okay, now I have this life, and I'll work hard, and I can't complain anymore. Can't complain. I did this to myself. I did this to myself, kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, in a way, I'm preparing for that life anyway. Like, I'm making this habit of trying to get myself to work harder, and by doing this, if I can work harder on this, I can apply this to anywhere else in life. That's how it goes anyway. You just need the mindset to go in, or I guess you may not know what I mean, but like I find that that's the case for a lot of people, a lot of successful people, and so you know it is what it is. At least for them. So I believe that it will be the case for myself as well, and it feels right. I mean, yeah, Sarika is a really cool person, like very chill, and also kind of feels like the big sister or pretty motherly. Like she really is a really cool person. Like we need more Sarukas in our life. Hmm. Yeah, I hope that one day you can. I hope that one day you can reconcile with your friend anyway. I don't know your situation and you don't have to tell me, but you can tell me if you ever feel the need to, you know what I mean? And I'll just listen. And like, of course, I'll only give advice if you want advice, you know what I mean? Like if I can anyway. If I have an idea of what advice I can give, then and you want me to give it, then yeah. That's I'm giving you all the conditions and all the requirements or whatever. Just to let you know, hey, I'm here. I'm available. I can help if I mean, just just be that guy that can help and whatever, or that can try to help more like it's always nice to have someone have your back kind of thing. Like that's the mindset that I have going into that. Let's see. Okay, I'll put another layer. Then I'm going to do this. I totally need to go washroom. But I'll do it after this. I just really need to have a much better idea of what the heck am I drawing, like in terms of body proportion. Like I just cannot understand how these legs are going to come out. How are they supposed to come out? I don't understand. I need some example right now, please. Okay, so I'm gonna have to also lower the opacity on this so I can see better of the body I'm drawing. Use this. I just really need it that badly. I was like trying not to draw the body for proportions or whatever to like get an understanding, but it hasn't been working out. I was actually pretty stuck. So forgive me for drawing this body, but you know, it's not like I'll actually get in trouble with YouTube or anything. It's just that some people can get uncomfortable with this kind of thing. Like, but hey, you know, I'm telling you right now, you know, I'm kind of just doing this because I have to, not because I want to. Like, that's like more of the priority is like I'm 80% on the I have to and 20% on the I want to. Like, it's both, but it's more one or than the other. All right. I was also on someone's YouTube stream. They also said I can talk to them if I need to. That goes to show how really desperate I am since my friend hasn't talked to me. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't mind doing it easy talking to you. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. Like, no, everything you say makes sense to me because, again, I've been in your shoes, so I know I can understand everything that you're saying. Like, don't even worry about it. Because, you know, I had the same mindset, fortunately. Or maybe fortunately because I can understand you, you know what I mean? Like that's the difference in perspective, right? It's like, oh, I had to go through this hardship, but you know, now I'm helping someone else that's going through this similar hardship. And you know, I can relate, I can understand, I can and in that case, that's when I'm like, it's fortunate that I've went through this because now I'm helping someone else with with the same problem, right? Or similar problem. Sorry, not going to be the same problem. I don't know what this friend thing is going on. You know what I mean? Like I've also had problems with friends. I've also, you know, had people that I couldn't talk to for a long time, and there are still some people that, you know, I don't understand why we had to drift apart or like they stopped talking to me, but I move on from it because, you know, even though I wish to get reconcile with them, sometimes if they don't want to talk to you, then that's all you can do. All you can do is I've tried, and gotta move on. I mean, I hate it. I hate that I had to move on from that, but you know, eventually I was able to get over it, and that's what it means to grow up. Oh yeah, yeah, you're misspelling and everything. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, like I used to be the kind of person that hated that when someone misspells stuff. Uh, but now, like, look at me, telling me about all these things, like, uh, about myself that is someone that's not affable, not very affable of you. Yeah, I used to be like that. Okay, like I didn't like that people would make mistakes and whatever. But then, like, you know, I make mistakes too, and sometimes I don't want to fix them. Sometimes, you know, I'm too lazy. you know, and the message got across. So why, like, you know, there's, who cares? Who cares? Like, if they care, then whatever. You know, someone will correct me or whatever. Who cares? Like, it's up to them if they want to correct me or whatever. And it's like, but then like, and then that's how I came. Now I'm much more chill, you know, because now I'm able to relate, and I'm like, yeah, like this person's making mistakes, sure, like they're talking too fast or whatever, but I can understand what's going on. Like, I know what you're trying to say to me. No problem. No problem if you're making mistakes. Who cares? You know, as long as I get the message, as long as you feel that I've gotten the message, then who cares? You know, we're what was it called? Uh, we understand each other, and that's all that matters. You know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I consider you a fan. I consider you like family because, you know, because of the race Discord. Like I said before, I consider everybody family there. You know what I mean? Uh, and and like I have a good grasp of the ideal way of thinking of what family is anyway. Like, because of anime, right? And so like family, you know, is kind of, it's pretty much unconditional love for the family. Like, you do your best for them and you try to help however you can, and even if you can't help them, then you know, you just do your own thing and like be cool about it, you know, be someone that's not gonna be um getting on their case or like getting in their way, basically. You know? You just like, just do just be chill. Just and if they ever want help from you, then cool. You know, finally, you know, they want to improve themselves. Awesome. You know, like, thumbs up. Awesome. You want to improve? Awesome. Want help from people here? You've got it. I got you, man. I got you, kind of thing. But yeah, like personally, you know, I've learned that like I shouldn't let my own preconceived notions get to me. It's like, it's like feelings versus what they actually think. Sometimes maybe that's not actually what they think, you know? You have to confront them about it and ask them, "Hey, do you feel annoyed about me or whatever? Like, are we still cool, or you know, I don't mean for it to be this way or whatever." You know? As long as you feel apologetic or whatever, they'll like get over it and stuff. Like, being someone that's trying to not get into fights or whatever. Uh, I feel like those kinds of people, you know, they, you can always forgive them. You know what I mean? Like, girls that are like, I found in anime, you know, like the girls that are always apologizing, like they feel like they've done everything wrong or whatever. You know, how could I ever get mad at those girls? You know what I mean? And so I try to implement that in my own lifestyles. Like, you know, I'm trying to show that I'm truly sorry, truly trying to understand. You know what I mean? And just just trying to be affable, trying to be a cool person, trying to be the best version of myself that I can be. All right, then. I think this is looking good. Yeah, there's anime guys like that too, but unfortunately, like for some reason, I I like I feel it more when it's the girls. Like, I see it with the guys, but because I'm a guy, I was like, man, you're such a wimp, man. Like, can't you be more, you know, uh, be more of a man. Be more of a man, man. Like that's how I felt. Because you know I didn't like that he was being weak or whatever. It's like, but then when it's a girl, oh man, oh, you know, yeah, I can't get mad at you. I can't get mad like that kind of thing. It's like, you know, I was that kind of guy anyway. Like self-projecting and like being angry at them because like there's a better way to go about it. Basically, it's like, oh, if only you were like this, then it would be, then you wouldn't be going through this or whatever, you know, like that kind of thing. And yeah, like but now I know, you know. Now I understand that like it's not necessarily a bad thing that they are like that, you know. Uh and I'm glad that more people are uh accepting of guys like that, you know what I mean? But there are definitely still a lot of guys that are or a lot of people that can't deal with the how wimpy or how girly or how feminine some guys can be, you know. But but at least you know personally, I can appreciate it now. You know what I mean? Like I can understand now, and that's all that really matters. Yeah, yeah. Stereotypes, man. Like when you're a kid, you're influenced a lot, and it's hard to break out of the habit. But you know, uh, that's what it means to work on yourself. That's what it means to work to become better. You gotta work on it. Anyway, I'll be right back. I just gotta go wash for a second. And I so wish I back. Yeah, toxic masculinity. Yep, yep. That was the stereotype that I was under, and I never would have gotten out of it if it weren't for my physical condition. Honestly, like I would have stayed that way if it weren't for um my hands and my gums and other bodily functions that are failing me. You know, for the longest time, I couldn't understand girls. Like, couldn't understand what they were thinking, but I couldn't really understand guys either. Honestly, like, uh, to like that much extent, I guess. I lost a lot of friends as a result because like I wasn't putting in work. Like I was like I lost a lot of friends because of family matters. Like I was in a dark place and whatnot, and like being angry all the time or whatnot, whatever. And I lost friends, really good friends, because of that. And I couldn't find a girl to like me back. You know, like they were interested, like a little bit interested, but then once they find out the kind of person that I was, they stopped. Like they stopped. They didn't like me anymore. And like I was struggling for a long time to understand why that was the case. But simply put, though, simply put, just be a nicer person. I literally spent like freaking 5 or 10 years of my life just to understand. Simply put, just be a nicer person. But like, yeah, the reason I struggled to get there was because I was having so much trouble with the people in my life that were causing me problems. And it kept on preoccupying my mind. I kept telling myself that my sister is a terrible person and she'll never amount to anything. She'll always be, this asshole that doesn't deserve love or doesn't deserve to be successful or whatever. But then she did. And then when she did become successful, when she did find love, when she did move out, and like she stopped being an asshole to me, and it made me realize, wow. In the end, it was just my own thoughts. Like it was my own was it preconceived notions that made me think that way. And in the end, I could have just been a nicer person. I could have just tried harder to be working with others and like just try to understand people. Like that would have changed my whole life entirely. Like I would have been so much better off if I could have just done all that, you know? Because like it all goes back to charisma basically. Like if you do your best to be nicer and be active basically, active and nice, you become very charismatic. And as a result, people will want to follow you, people will want to like be around you, and they would gain positive traits as well because like they're learning from you. But that's only for a strong person, like someone that's actually strong. I'm still weak right now, still very weak. So unfortunately, I can't be charismatic. But I can at least persuade people to understand my perspective, if they're more open-minded and relatable, like my sister, like my little sister. So I make a new layer. Yes, I should. Yeah, I mean, the sooner that you accept it, the better on it. Like nobody wants to be weak, but you know, when you accept it, then you'll humble down more. Like by being humble, that is a trait that everybody needs to improve themselves. Like nobody wants to be weak, of course. I for the longest time I was trying to tell them that I'm not weak or whatever, but in the end I am. Like, look at me. Where am I at right now? I can barely draw. I can barely write a story. I can barely take care of myself. You know, like what exactly am I? What is making me strong? Huh? What made me think that I'm so strong? Huh? Or like what made me think that I'm not weak? You know what I mean? Like, well, not be weak. You kind of have to be strong. Unfortunately, that is the reality. But yeah, like recently, it was only recently that I've started accepting the fact that I'm very weak, and like by doing that I'm learning to find paths that will better myself and also get people to understand my perspective, uh, and that I'm just trying to get better and that I'm very weak, and because I'm weak I need their help basically, is what I was like trying to convince my sister about. And like I was like telling her, you know, if you help me, it helps me and it will eventually help you in the future, because by helping me, you are investing in a long-term uh improvement, in that by improving me, I will help you, and by helping you, it will help both of us, you know? Like she didn't see the short term of it. She was like, okay, why should I help you or whatever? Like, what am I what am I supposed to gain from this? Like, I don't need your help, kind of thing. Like that was basically the mindset that she had going anyway. Like, why do I need your help? I have my own way of doing things. I have my own pace to go at. You know what I mean? And and so to get on her more caring side, the side that cares about people, I had to tell her, hey, I mean, maybe it might not help you now. And maybe, you know, like, okay, well, you can help me with by helping me with this, like you're helping me. And, you know, by and I really want to improve as a person. So like and I want to be able to help people. So as a result, you know, it'll be a lot better for the both of us if you can see my problems as your problems as well, basically, is what I kept telling her. Like, if you see my problems as your problems, then you'll like eventually think to help me out more. And and like by helping me out more, then I can like it'll help me grow as a person, because like in the end, like I said before, what I want is support. You know, I just need support, and that'll help me grow. Like, I don't need lectures. I just need uh support. I'm having a different song from the one on stream, but hey. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it took me a while to like get that into words though. Like it was literally only like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. So that's very recent anyway. I was finally able to like convey something like that. But yeah, like I had to go through a lot of thinking, a lot of researching, a lot of browsing around the internet, looking for inspirations and stuff like that, like VTubers and whatnot. And I'm in like my late 20s. But as long as I can pass down this knowledge to someone else that's like having the same kind of situation, then I'm fine. I just want to help people out, you know? Yeah. All you can do is improve at your own pace and just you know, that's the only way. I don't know if you can like tell your family that or something, but you know, hopefully one day you can send a message that they can understand and like that they are willing to accept. For me, my dad, for example, for a long time he was just lecturing me and whatnot, but uh, I basically made it so that I conditioned him in that he couldn't really lecture me anymore, and he's just like leaving me alone basically. And he'll say like, "Hey, how are you doing now?" Or, like every once in a while. And like I really appreciate that he's like giving me the space and stuff. But yeah, like it took a very long time. I constantly had to I constantly kept fighting with him basically, and eventually he just got off my back. And this is like his only way to show his support. And I really appreciate it anyway. But at the same time, like I do feel bad for it having to get this way. But I understand that this is his only way of showing support to me that he can that he knows how to do anyway. And like I do want to repay him and everything, you know what I mean? Uh he just wants me to have a successful life, that's all. And but um yeah, I'm just doing my best to do the best that I can and eventually get over this hurdle of mine. And I want to be just like those people that work hard on everything, you know. There are like all these successful people that I look up to, they like work like freaking 10 to 20 hours a day or something like that, you know what I mean? Like they're just trying so hard to uh do whatever they can for the things that they do or whatever. I mean, and they do it for because they like it. They have fun, or like they're willing to go through the trouble for what it is that they believe in, their values and their hobbies and whatnot. Like there are people that are working, like they have a full-time job, but they'll still like draw for a hobby, and like people love it, you know? And like they could be they could probably like be having some troubles like, oh, I mean, like I don't have the time to draw, but like I do it because, you know, it gives me relief. It's a therapy for me. And they just like want to, you know, like they want to post it on Twitter and they want to see people react to it, and you know if they like it, then awesome, you know, it gives them energy. Yeah, yeah. But in the end though, uh like if you were to get a job, right, it doesn't matter how little it pays. The only thing that matters is that you get something out of it. You get like the habit of working hard. That's what I wanted from my jobs, but I couldn't get it because they can get too lenient, and so it was like influencing me too much, and like I was becoming too lenient, and like I would like look for like life hacks or like job hacks, you know what I mean, like how I can like get away with taking a break here and there or whatever, you know what I mean, so that I can be on my phone or whatever. And uh and that was not good, you know. That's not the way that you should be taking the job. um Like those are the things that I regretted working, is that I couldn't take what I was necessary, which is being able to work hard and not think about like how boring the job is, or like thinking about how some people are neglecting the job, or like how they are or they're, you know, they're just like too careless, you know. And I needed to learn to not mind about other people and just work on myself, and just be a hard worker, do whatever you can to, you know, work hard. Because by doing that, like the value, the habit of working hard is literally what you need to get through life, to be able to be successful. You know what I mean? Because like if I can work hard, then I can like get this drawing done, color it in like 3 hours or something. You know what I mean? Or like you know, I would put a lot of work into um improving anyway, and not thinking about it. Like, oh, it's such a grind. It's such a grind. You know what I mean? No, no, it doesn't. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a grind, because like in the end, you'll improve. Like there's no reason not to go through the grind, other than you're lazy. That's literally the only reason. It's just because laziness. Like no, laziness is never a good reason. Not a good excuse. Stop it. Stop that. Stop that laziness. Stop it, me. Yeah. Well, even though you don't like it, everybody has to go through it anyway. So it's like it's just about getting used to, and like I like if everybody else can do it, then so can you. But yeah, like I want to one day be able to get over it. I almost had it one time. I was working at a box factory, you know. And all I had to do was just, uh prepare boxes for taking out for delivery. Like I just use this machine and it wraps like these strings or like these really strong strings around the boxes to like keep them packed up or whatever. And oftentimes the machine would break down. I had to like uh, cut the string and like start over again and I had to clean the machine and I also had to there sometimes boxes would be stuck on the conveyor belt, so I had to like push the boxes so that they would move on the conveyor belt again, you know, unstuck them or whatever. And yeah, like that was my job, and like I can like just do that all day, you know. But I kept on going on my phone because of my habit, my bad habit, and like I shouldn't be doing that, you know, and like listening to music or whatever. It's like I was just like basically I was copium, you know, like I was trying to cope with my situation, trying to cope with the fact that I'm, like oh I'm doing my job, it's like it's so easy or whatever. Like in a way, it's really easy. It's just like it's hard working in that like it makes my body ache, but at the same time, I understand what I'm doing. Like I know what to do, and like I just have to get used to it. And like if there's any problems, if there's anything I don't know, I just all I have to do is ask. And like they show me how to do it, and then I just I have to keep that in mind or whatever. It's like it's and like it's just it was pretty straightforward from there, you know. But I lost the job because they were getting fed up with me basically. They know that I keep going on my phone, and then this one incident is what got me fired. It was just because I came in basically late, and they were having their meeting. So like I'm like a minute late or whatever, and like I wanted to put my lunch in the fridge, but they were having their meeting in the lunchroom. Like there's like 20 guys in there or whatever, and they're like having their meeting. And I'm just like in the back walking past, like do I not have any common sense? I'm not like I'm disturbing them. Hello, like yeah, that's like common sense is something that's built, not not just something that you naturally have. It's just something that people think is supposed to be just oh you just have it, oh no, not like that at all. You build it up, and it's dependent on your situation. It's dependent on uh how you've been living your life. People have different perspectives, but in the end, like this one guy in the countryside, their common sense is, oh, this is how you hunt. It's just that easy, And then like someone in the city wouldn't get that. It's like how was I supposed to know that? Oh, it's just common sense, I was like, and then like the country guy, and then the city guy's like, oh, this is how you use the phone. It's like it's just that easy. Just swipe, just press this button. But the countryside guy won't get it. It's like, what? I don't understand. Like, how are you doing that? It's like, how'd you turn this on? I don't know how to turn it on. It's like, oh, it's just common sense. No, it's literally how you're raised and how how you had to go through your life. But in any case, though, point is that in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that, obviously. But at the time, I didn't get it. Just because I've never been in a situation where I had to deal with that. That's all. I've never been in a situation where they're having a meeting in the lunchroom. And I thought that they would let me go, Like I thought that it's fine because I gotta put my lunch in the fridge. Where else am I gonna put it, right? But no, they didn't let me go because You know, it gave them the final strike to just fire me because like they didn't like me because I didn't socialize with them. I was always on my phone. So like I was giving a bad atmosphere, and I kept on going on my phone, and sometimes people would complain that the boxes aren't moving, but like that was only because I couldn't do anything about it. It's like, hey, I have this problem, but I don't know how to deal with it. I need someone else to like tell me about it. I mean, but they still complain anyway. And like they'll see me on my phone sometimes. And it's like they'll think like, oh, it's because you're on your phone that the boxes were moving, not because there's some kind of issue that I need someone's help with, and the person that's supposed to be teaching me is kind of busy right now. Yeah, common sense, like honestly, it's a skill. And I've seen plenty of people that don't have it, and like a lot of people on the internet, they definitely don't have it. Like Twitter. I'm like, yeah, well, now I expect it, Now I expect that they don't have common sense and that they need to be taught, you know? They don't get it. Let's see. Oh no, no, they confronted me plenty of times. It's just that basically it's a bad habit, and habits die hard, right? So it was very hard for me to get over it. But I was trying, just that I couldn't get it down fast enough for them, right? But the point I was getting at is like if I could have gotten that dealt with, then I would have had the one job that would require me to keep working hard and just like not really think about it. And that would have helped me gain the habit I needed, the habit to just work hard, and not think. Because like it's necessary no matter what path you take in life. Like let's say an artist, they had to draw. Like you'll see some artists like make an artwork every single day. It probably takes them 3 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, and they have to you know mindlessly draw, honestly, a lot of times. Like they're just drawing, they don't think. You know what I mean? And like that's a trait that's really necessary if you want to become successful. Yeah, no, it's definitely a bad habit. Like it's uh like I'm not saying that I'm not saying I'm for it anyway. I can see where they're getting at, but the thing is that back then I couldn't really see what they're getting at, you know, because I have times when I really have time on my hand, you know. It's like I can't do anything, so I'm just gonna go on my phone or. But yeah, like it's really not good at all because it puts a downer on the atmosphere, and you could also be using I could also be using that time to actually socialize with other workers, getting to know them and like whatever, you know what I mean? Like like I could be making connections, you know what I mean? Like it's never a bad thing to um like there are plenty of things that I could be doing instead of being on the phone, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. I mean, oh wait, these legs are like way too big. Like I've been trying to trim it down, but like it's yeah yeah. Okay, well, in any case, I'll continue. Okay. Like by themselves, these legs could look good, look fine, but when I put it when I like look from afar, it's like, man, they need to be a lot smaller. Yeah, exactly right. Like they couldn't accept that lifestyle of mine. Like if they can accept your lifestyle, that's fine, but they can't. So it it is what it is. Got to improve. How do I want to go about this? Okay, I want to maybe I'll go like this. Then I'll select vectors. Want to select overlapping vectors. I want to up. At least that's better in a way. Like it'll help me better work on it. Yeah, let's see. So as you can see, I just keep redrawing, right? So it doesn't matter that I changed it up a little. The only thing that matters is that I'm getting a better idea of what I want out of it. And like I'm just testing, you know? It's not like I know what I'm drawing. I don't. I'm just I just keep drawing until I find the correct way I want to go about it. Yeah, and then it's like there's methods. I could. There's actually other solutions I can take to go about this. Like for example, I could a different layer. I make a new layer, and then I use a watercolor, and then I just do this. No, I'm coloring in and just shaping it up. Like how do I want to, you know, how do I what kind of concept am I trying to go for? Do I want to go for? Now, oh, I look from afar. Oh, this is so fat. So like, kind of want it to be, if it's gonna be that big, I kind of want the, what was calf or Anyway, the bottom half of the leg to be a little bit bigger and longer to like make it to better fit um the whole fat thigh thing. Anyway, then I just like just what's it called? Lower the opacity. Yeah. So it's easier to see past that. Then just so lower the opacity of this. I made another layer. Now I draw again with using the colored thing, colored concept as my guideline. Yeah, there's like all kinds of methods to go about it. What's best is whatever I feel like looks good enough, you know? Like, oh, does it look good enough now? Okay, yeah, it does. Time to move on. If it doesn't look good enough, well, I'm gonna keep working on it. Like, I'm not satisfied. Hello. Okay, let's see here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check it out from here. Okay, so it's still like too fat anyway. I'm actually using her head as my reference. It's like also legs size compared to her head. And yeah, it's not not very good. Okay. I wanna like yeah, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's see. The thing is that she does have thick thighs, but you know, there's it's something I think it's called the golden ratio. Basically the perfect size. Oh my god, what is this song? It's so good. Kala. These songs I cannot play on stream because I'll get copyrighted. Oh god, what? This one's so good. It... Oh, right. It was Mahoka Koko no Rose. Oh, that's why. Damn. That anime really fell off for me after like the first season. Like I was done with it. Yeah, yeah, that's right. It's a concept basically. It's like, oh, how did I want to have the sweater designed? And then like over here, it's like it's a more uh less of a rough, you know. It's like it's getting work done anyway. Yeah, video game songs I can play, but right now, uh, I decided that I wanted to listen to my anime music, and so anime music aren't are no go in terms of streaming. And then there's also like Persona 5, like some music will get copyrighted from that too, like uh Life Will Go On, and like the ones with the voice anyway. If it has voice, then it has a good chance of getting copyright striked. So that's why yeah, you get it. I got Ah, P2 Eternal Punishment, huh? I wonder if I like move this up. Yeah, that's a lot better actually. I move it up. Yeah, I often do this. It's like I kinda made it too long. It's like if I just move it up, it ends up looking a lot better. It's like, oops. Oh wait. It's just because this entire time I've just been making them way too long. Okay, but why did they keep whatever? Whatever. Oh really? I'm surprised because I think that I got copyright striked for that. At the very least, all the anime stuff, like SAO, like I got copyright struck for that. Yeah, yeah, I would bet that their slog is just fucked. I mean, like, that's how it is with Persona games in general. I just go by what I feel is gonna entertain me and whatnot. Yeah, I just literally went for Persona 5. Like I didn't care about Persona 4 and all that. Like I've seen Persona 4 and I was like, these characters are so cookie cutter. Like I don't get why people love them so much. Is how I went about it. But in the end, it's like you can't really get a good feel of their character unless you play the game. Like they may not be that cookie cutter, basically. The thing is that I got the opinion of someone that actually loved playing Persona 4, and they said, "Yeah, you're right. Their personalities are pretty cookie cutter, honestly." But like she still liked them anyway. Ooh, oh my god, this song. Mhm. Mhm. Let's see. Let's correct this line. Adjust line width. Thicken. Thicken by 1. And now I need to simplify it. Simplify vector. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's see. Ah. Yeah, everybody has their own way about going about it. And like, for me, you know, this is what worked for me, and like, I really like my own method because, like, the thing is that Persona games, it's not like you need to know the last one to know this one. It's like it's always a new story every single time. I can understand why people like would start with, you know, the first one or whatever. You know, they want to, like, there are Easter eggs, there are inside jokes or whatever, you know, that will appear in the newer games that you couldn't get unless you played the previous games, you know. For me, that's just an extra. Let's see, how much better is this doing now? Still too fat. Okay, do this. That should do. That's a little bit better anyway. I can afford to turn it a little. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot better anyway. It's a lot better. It's progress. It's getting there. Nice, nice. With each change, it looks just a little bit better, and that's all that matters. Yeah, yeah, that's a good mindset to have for sure. Yeah, yeah. Emulate. Ah, what would what it would be? Go back to the year 2008. That was when I started emulating games like ESP and stuff. Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, like, I did. Last time I emulated a game was Tales of Destiny. Yeah. And it was fun. It's just that I lost my save file, so that's what kept me from playing again. Like, I was gonna do Stan route, and you know, I was gonna go through Stan's route, and then I was recording it and shit, and like, oh, now my computer like basically barfed everything, and I had to reset Windows. As a result, I lost the save file. I didn't even get a chance to save, you know, anything because it was just that bad. Where's the start? Oh yeah. I think I still remember the settings for the the emulator, you know, to have the best results out of the Destiny DC. I think I even still have a video, actually. I think I made a video on the optimized results. So if I ever want to go back, I have that. Oh, I wouldn't know if it requires a good PC, honestly. I think that like about 500 to $700 one would be fine. I don't know what you consider good, but like for me, like the lowest end PC specs that like has everything, graphics card and everything, usually is like around $500. I mean, if you knew anybody with a PC that they're like, willing to get rid of and like they used it for gaming, like that's your only chance to get a cheap PC because usually they'll go like 250 or something. Like they have like they basically have like $700 worth of stuff on it. I'd say that like 970 Nvidia GeForce 970 or Radeon 580. Those are like the good midpoints. And like I've seen them, I go for like $250 Canadian. So they're like what, 175 USD or something like that. But yeah, that did everything for me. Like that it did its work, it did its job, and like I had no issues. And it was the one that I used for the Destiny DC. Yeah, that's also a good investment as well. I mean, I wouldn't know like, how just how what's it called? Just how well it'll go, I guess. But at least you get to play on the go, yeah. Like, and I'm sure it can emulate PS Tales of Destiny because that's a PS2 game, right? Like anything can run a PS2 game these days. They have the specs for it, just they need the program. That's all. There's something. I'm having a breakthrough. Right now I'm just testing. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I just need shadows. Yeah, I mean, it's really whatever. I mean, I'm just like winging it, really. If I had to be honest, because I actually don't really know how to go about this. But in any case, it doesn't really matter. You just do whatever, you know. That's just how life goes. You gotta keep going, and it's practice. Something you learn what not to do, or you learn what's wrong, I guess. You just keep doing what's wrong until you find what's right. Now that's a quote. Someone clip that. uh, hmm. If YouTube allows it, that's funny. Through that, bro. Alright, so now how do I want to do this? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Yeah, something like that. Okay. Now, go. Get rid of that. You move this. Adjust, adjust. What is it? Adjust, adapt, overcome, or something? That meme. Dun, dun, dun. Oh man. Shokugeki no Son. God, I love that. Oh. And they're opening, or send. This is their ending, actually. Anyway, the drawing still needs a lot of improvement, but I'll have to end it off here. Let's see. I've been streaming for about 3-4 hours. Wow, that's a lot longer than I thought. Either way, though, it's you know, it's coming along, coming along. I've done about 80% of the body. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Haha. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'll have to end here for today, but you know, the way it works is like I'm just trying to get a feel for it, trying to understand how I want it to be done, uh and like some things are like a lot of things really are not gonna be what I wanted out of it. So that's why it takes this long, because it's like I don't have a good idea of what I want. So it's all just testing right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, I had to stop for today, and I'll be doing. I hope that I come back to this tomorrow. I hope so anyway. So that I keep something up and like it's fun. It's good. It's it's a way to get into the habit of working hard. All right. That's the end of it. Thanks for coming again, Lord Mage. Time to end it. Have a good day.